So now we're going with continuing on my childhood. Okay, so I pretty much had to like teach myself school, and once again, I'm not knowing why is it that I had to teach myself as a kid. Later on, I learned that my mom left school to go start working to be independent at the age 13. So middle school she only had, and my grandmother she never third grade. You know what I'm saying? So like that story there too. Even like if I were to go back to my grandmother's story too, but that's her story. But this is my story that I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to put myself. I'm not trying. I'm gonna put myself on a pedestal, and that's just the way it needs to be. And I believe that my story will make an impact in people's lives because it will resonate because we've all been through something that's similar and we've reached to a pain that it had to awaken us in some type of way. And those that resonate with awakening, with pain awakening you to an awareness of, around you of what's really going on knows. But just like I'm saying that, once again, for those that don't know, it's all right. Just keep trying your hardest. I'm just letting you know there's a shift going, and I see it everywhere. I hear it. I see it. I'm experiencing it. Like my body's even acting differently. My body, the way my language is like slowly transforming to what it needs to be, because that my higher self speaks on a more eloquent level, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I feel like if I'm not eloquent, because I can speak in a more eloquent way, it's just really hard for me to get to those words because I'm so used to speaking in a slang form instead of the actual way of speaking eloquently in a way that people can understand and don't have to question. And if they question, they can just look it up, you know? So, yeah. All right, so as a kid, we did the party, right? Now we moved to Pepper Tree. We moved there. We lived in one bedroom, and it had a little living room. I think it's a one bedroom or two bedrooms. It was my brother. No, it was one bedroom. And then the other one, we had three bedrooms because it was my mom's bedroom, my bedroom, and me and my sister's bedroom, and then my brother's bedroom. But then my sister left. I think my sister left before we even reached to 13, apartment 13. She left. She got married. No. She was actually there. She was there. She lived there, and it was me and my sister living in the same room, and then my brother, because I remember at the time when they were at the age, because my brother was in middle school and she was in high school, so he can't really stay in the same room as neither one of us, so it got to be separated. So that's why my mom had a 3-bedroom. I think it was 3-bedroom that we had. Yeah, 3-bedroom. I'm gonna say we had 4-bedroom, but we really didn't have the 4-bedroom. That I might remember, because she had the closet. This is how I'm going with my memory. All right, we had the closet, her room, the bathroom, my room, my brother's room, living room, kitchen, the front, back, porch. All right, yeah, I remember. So yeah, we were there, and every time that I require something, when I needed help for school or anything like that, or any emotional things that were happening to me, when I did get essayed, um, it was really hard for me to speak about that because I wasn't taught to speak upon it, you know. And on top of I wasn't taught to speak upon it, I was afraid to speak upon it. And on top of that, I was afraid to speak upon it. I felt like I was the one that caused everything because I was promiscuous. Like, you don't understand the level of mental abuse I gave my own self. That's why I had also forgive myself, not just forgive the person that did what they did. I have to forgive myself because, in all honesty, it was so bad that I forgave them, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't forgive them because subconsciously my body reacted in a different way. Literally, subconsciously, my body reacted in a different way. But it was like in a form of, no, it wasn't their fault. It was my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, it literally was like that. Like, I don't understand. That's something I always question. Why did I go straight to that? You feel me? Why did I go straight to thinking that it was my fault that this happened to me? You know, I put myself in that situation. Like, literally, these are just different thoughts that happened when I was either molested or sexually abused or even feeling in some kind of a uncomfortable way, and they wanna how I could say it, mentally molested, you would say, because they're mentally manipulating you, because that's what predators do. Like, they will mentally manipulate you, thinking that, I don't know how to say it. They make you think that it's safe to do what they want you to do and not feel bad because it feels good. So let's say, all right, let's be real. I want to be 100% real. Let's say, I'm gonna give you a scenario. A kid is in a room, right? And they're feeling a little uncomfortable, but that predator don't want nobody knowing anything. They don't want nobody knowing anything, so they gotta be sly, and they don't want the kid to feel like if they are doing something wrong when in reality they're doing something wrong. So they have to manipulate that kid to think that they're not doing nothing wrong. So what they do is put them in a safe zone. And I mean that in a manipulative state of mind, because you think that it's okay that they're doing what they're doing, but it really isn't okay until it starts bothering you and hurting. You're definitely knowing right there it's not okay. And then, okay, so like when you're in the act, it's even crazier because of the state of mind you're in, because you're like, I'm fucking disgusted. And excuse my language, but I'm disgusted and I feel disgusted, and it's my fault. Like, and what if I got some type of disease, or what if I get pregnant? You know, like, because I've these are things that are capable of. I mean, I wasn't taught this, but television showed us a lot. I'm not gonna lie, television showed us a lot, and so does music. So you put two and two together as a kid, especially when you're a curious ass kid. But when situations are happening, you don't know how to compute. So little me was disgusted with myself because I let it happen, and it was my fault that it happened, right? And then little me also built this I guess you would say castle, because you're a kid, so you build yourself like this world, and in this world this really didn't happen to you. But it did, but it didn't. So you don't want to think about that. So in this world, you put that situation in a backboard in a place that nobody can see it, not even yourself, until something triggers it, right? So my whole life, I was living on autopilot. Yeah, it really sucks because when you're on autopilot, it's like having some type of like Alzheimer's. Forgive me, y'all, because this kind of hurts. Because I know I said I was powerful in my words and saying I wanted to forget the things that happened to me, right? Because you want to forget. Reliving that. That's why I don't understand why it keeps happening. And you don't have control of it. It's just healing, so I'm taking in that. It's a closing stage. I needed this, so I gotta be real with myself. But it sucks. And you can get the therapy you want. But certain smells or certain things that's just said or done triggers it. And you face it. You have to face it. But when you're not in that stage, it's like as a kid, you don't know how to do that. So you just get angry at the world because nobody was there. And nobody was there to protect you. And nobody asked questions. Nobody. Nobody asked if I was okay until I was the age 13. And events like this happened a couple times. Not just once. But I was a good. I had a good poker face. I don't want people to cope the way I did, because there is another way out. You have to speak on it. You have to. Because not saying nothing hasn't changed anything. So I feel like if we speak up, maybe something will happen for it to stop. Because it should. And what sucks even more is that when you're on autopilot, you subconsciously do the same thing that was done to you someone else. Not doing it in a malicious way or in a bad intent. It's because that's what was done to you. And then you feel even more worse. Because you're just like them. You don't have no one to talk to about this being as a kid. Don't. You just do. And you think it's okay because you don't see it as a wrong thing. But then as growing up, I start to realize that I was wrong, dude. They were wrong, but I was also wrong. And people don't talk about that. People don't talk about the chain that needs to break because that's why it keeps happening. I'm sorry, guys. This is disgusting. But raw, but disgusting as hell for me. I apologize. One thing, I will apologize for that. Ryan, nah, not really. Because I need that cleansing. But it's true that that feels like, oh no, something like in my heart and in my stomach right now. Like it feels like I'm kind of nauseous, but not nauseous, like something's relieving. It's a lot of things that people go through as a kid, and then because they don't know how to heal it, or they don't know how to like learn from it or see through it, they have to teach themselves. So sadly, I seek for love in the wrong places, I guess you would say. And I guess you would say I was promiscuous, but in not in a sense of like I actually have some type of sex, you know, like it's just the fondling. Back in the day, it would be called hunching and fondling. So that happened. And I was afraid of having sex because I was something in my head was like, no, it was, it was that I didn't know. Everything that I was trying to suppress, that I didn't know. I didn't know that at the time. And having a disease and getting pregnant. So guys, this right here, when you're going through, if you're watching through the whole thing, you're a true one. You're a real one. But what I just went through, that's considered how do you call it, shadow work. Because I'm speaking upon something that I thought I healed, but I didn't. So now I'm seeing, and then you notice that it really isn't. You get free because you notice it's not really. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's nobody's fault. You know, it really isn't nobody's fault. But I'm gonna tell you, this is why. This is why I forgive everything. everything. And nobody, it is what it is. I had to go through that. I had to go through that to speak about it right now, and to be able to build whatever power I got from that and use it for my greater good. And what's that greater good? Speak about what happened. Have that, show them what happened, and what the way I coped, and show them that there is another way of coping other than the way I coped. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm not gonna lie, it was great because I didn't remember, but I needed that. You need that pain. Not to how do you say it? Not to sit on. You need that pain to make to build you. Literally. Because, alright, I'm gonna put it in the women's aspect. When we give birth, we're in so much fucking pain. So much pain. How do I know? I don't know, man. In my past life, I did have a kid. So I have, like, the resonance of what the hell them pains are. And I do suffer of endometriosis, so that's similar to those pains. And ain't nobody tell me no, it's not. My ass. Anyways, with that being said, going back with the fact of pain, and in your greatest pain, the greatest calling comes out. Something happens in your greatest pain. Always a light bulb pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's stories of people that in their greatest pain, they were able to reach their infinite power that they have inside. Why? Because they don't got nothing else to kind of that pain is like, I don't got nothing else to lose, so what the hell, like, you feel me? And then it just comes out, it alchemizes. So yeah, it will be alchemized in a wave of form that we will stop this chain. There's a chain, and it's not just for what just happened to me. This is happening to little boys. You get what I'm saying? Now we got the trans kids too. So this is happening often to the trans kids. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna lie. Most likely that happened before they even got to the transition. And if they didn't, it's alright. It was just all right. But they still, if they did get abused, and you feel me, this gotta stop. And it can. It can. It all can. All of that. Because that perversity don't need to be... No, I'm sorry. Bro, I'm serious. Like, I know I mean, duality exists, right? And I love that idea of it, because we cannot coexist without each other, right? But let me tell you something. Balance exists. And perversity is not part of the balance. It really isn't. It's like, oh, well, we gotta have a sprinkle of this. No, we don't have to have a sprinkle of that at all. Why do we gotta mess with children in any type of way? Or adults. Why do rape have to exist? What form of ritual? I mean, there's a lot of it. I take it back. There's a lot of rituals, dark rituals that you can do. That I may get dinged for these words, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of rituals that you can do that has to do with that. Marty, how do you know? Mind your business, but I'm just gonna let you know that it's just, there's dark magic and there's white magic, and there's really sorcery magic, and that right there is sorcery magic. And you feel me? That's why I just said white magic and dark magic. And there's something else that's higher above that. Higher above the white and dark. I mean, there's also white sorcery. You feel me? There's dark sorcery and there's white sorcery. You feel me? There's dark wizards and there's good wizards. There's big magicians and There's bad magicians, good magicians, bad magicians. But anyways, with that being said, uh, so yeah, the reason why I went straight to that because in that apartment that happened, but it just happened a couple of years later after. So I think I moved to 13 when I was 5, maybe, or 6. And then some people moved in, and then their moms end up being my babysitter, and then um, something happened there, right? The fondulation. And at the moment as a kid, you feel me, I already been, I guess you would say, nah, I ain't been, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. It was, that was the first time, actually, not yet. That was the first time. That's when I've been fondled by a female. And, I didn't know, like, I thought it felt good, right, as a kid. I don't know what the fuck is sex, or what the fuck you doing to me. I just know at the moment I'm like a kid, and it was feeling some good type of way, but then weirdly it was getting like a little bit of rougher, and I didn't like it, and I said no, and she just kept going still. So that's what kind of like fucked me up. That I said no, and she still kept going. And then it got like weird, but it's just. This is that was as a kid. We're healing from that. I mean I healed, but you know thankfully I'm able to trans back and not go crazy, boo crying like I used to. Bro, it was so bad that I just like I didn't want to even be there. Like I couldn't even talk about it. Like if when I did talk about it, it was to people that will ask why am I with this way with this person now, like, and the truth had to be said. It's not like I'm trying to put that person out there. It's like, no, this happened to me, like, and you want the truth, I'm not gonna mess with the person because this happened to me with that person, you know what I'm saying? It's not that I gotta forgive and forget, right? But I didn't forget. I forgave, but I didn't forget. And that's why I was just like, I couldn't associate myself with her. So that was the first one. Mind you, this at age 6. So at kid me, didn't know anything, right? And thought it was my fault because I put myself in the position. I slept over instead of just staying home. You know, even though my mom worked at a certain time, but then I chose to stay, and she went home. So yeah, then I didn't really want to go stay over there like that after that. But then like certain events happened like after that. I don't know what was it, because those are things that are like I feel like it was traumatic because I can't remember it completely. I I can't. The only thing I remember is that in the place that I was being taken care of, I was rubbing bellies with with their child. It was which was a boy, and while we were watching this movie, and just thinking about that, like, where did we learn that? That just to give an explanation, like, where did we learn that? Why was I doing that? That's the question I question myself. Why was I doing that? So something happened to me that I don't want to resurface before, not before the six, what happened to me at 6 years old, because that happened first. It was after that. And then after that, then my family moved from California. So, weirdly, the way I coped with that whole situation was just involve myself in watching a lot of TV and stuff like that. And then when I played outside, like, I was really, really giving. And the reason why I believe that I was really, really giving is because the attention that I seeked from my mom, I really didn't get. I really didn't get. So I figured that if I give, I would get that attention from who I'm giving to. I'm a kid, so this is my analogy. It was so bad that when I was growing up and had friends, my mom would get mad because when we had food or extra food, and I was with my friends, I would give them food. So she says I'm feeding the whole block, and giving stuff away and stuff like that. Like, she would call me Santa Claus, but that put me in a state of I gotta be kind of stingy with my shit, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that growing up. As a kid, it was like that, but it sucked because we grew up with a single parent, so my mom couldn't really afford a lot of stuff. So I would like imagine myself vicariously living somebody else's life. I mean, a lot of artists and actors and people that had more money type of life. Because in my type of view as a kid is like, those people don't have no problems because they really don't show their problems. They really didn't, bro. Yeah, they really didn't. Until now that we started seeing all their shit come in the air. And I'm like, oh, man, hell no, dude. But there's a way that you don't... There's really a way that you can have that, all that luxury and not be in that craziness. You know, we all have problems because everybody does have... You know, in order for us to evolve, we have to be challenged. So, you get what I'm saying? But it's the fact that, like, yeah, I wanted to be in that place, and something kept telling me, like, you don't belong there. Like, for real, like, something really told me, like, I don't, it's not that I'm not capable of being there, it's like, I don't belong there. Okay, so, I wanted to be famous, guys. And this is an acting and singing and do everything they do, everything that a famous person does. You feel me? Have my clothing line, wherever position I was put in, right? So I wanted to live that life as a child, and a parent of mine, mind you, I only have one parent, so my parent said that I would die of hunger. That was like a trigger to me. It triggered me so bad. When I'm telling you, it triggered me so bad, I got mad as hell. I freaking got so mad, and I threatened her, and I said that I would, the day that I would get famous, I would never buy her nothing. I just forget about her. I'm not gonna give her nothing just because she didn't believe in me. So this is little me, bad little me. I'm gonna tell you that this is why I say bad little me, because that's what they say. Bad little me. Bikinini or enema. These are the words given to me. Enema. What does that do? It goes up your ass and it bothers the living shit out of you. And this is things that you think, I mean, they think they're saying it in a nice way, but how are you building me up calling me that? You get what I'm saying? Like, how am I gonna be built up when I feel like I'm a bother? Here it goes again. Because now I found something else out too. Alright, so that, because of that, I created this identity that I'm not enough for a person and that I'm a bother. And it's true. I always felt like I was bothered for anyone. Anyone. Or too much. Damn, I miss my therapist. She know who she is. So, yeah. Shout out to my ex-therapist. Only therapist I had. So, she know who she is. Anyways. I'm gonna let y'all go because it's already 36 minutes. I've been rambling, guys. But I made a promise. And I kind of like backed down on it. Because I got the live notification for me to do TikTok live a while back. And I had promised myself that I was going to tell my story. Because that's what's need to be said. You know what I'm saying? Just know that you're capable of overcoming it. Because if I was, yeah, I went through trials and tribulations, which I will speak about. But in those trials and tribulations, I still overcame. I still was listen. Keep continuing. If you're paying attention to my story, follow, subscribe, and keep what is that? Keep the notification bell, because every time I'm speaking about you, you'll hear, girl. Let me tell you, sir. Let me tell you, my stories are crazy. I mean, there's people that start crazy stories too. You feel me? But I haven't said mine. And Lord, I've been through some crazy events. And the people that was in my events too, they can vouch for you, boy. Being around Monty, I've done some shit. So, yeah, we overcame that though, and now I am a better person and being even better. And from that angry person, I'd evolved to a loving, unconditionally love person. I do get irritated here and there, but that's because I'm trying to shut off all the things that I've been shutting off. And it's like my self and my ego self, because it's there. You know what I'm saying? I already created the ego. You know what I'm saying? It's there. So I have to, like, merge it. And say, look, this is how it goes. That's it. No more of the past. No more the old. We don't even think that way, bro. We on this higher level, like, only higher consciousness, and that's it. That's it, because why not? We are divine beings. Why the hell not? Why can't we just be who we are, which is divine? You know what I'm saying? There's no way back for me. There's not. There's no, you can't put me back. No matter what you throw, you can't put me back. I'm telling you, I'm letting you know, you can't put me back. I'm out of the box. I already know what I got. I already know what I'm about. So, blessing of light to your life. Be beautiful. Know you're beautiful. And know that in this right here for me, I unconditionally love you. No matter who you are, if I don't know you, I still love you. Just like Blue. When y'all saw Blue, Blue still love you. I love you too. Have a great day.